Don't forget to click that subscribe and bell icon to receive a notification each time I upload a new video. You look very small there. Have you shrunk?
I feel like Toulouse-Lautrec. What's happened over Christmas?
I was going to say you've shrunk over Christmas, haven't you? It's either that or I've got taller over Christmas.
No, I think it's because I'm sat a little bit further back.
Is it perspective?
Perspective, near and far
Near
away.
and far again, is it?
Yes.
Right, okay. Hi everyone, it's Mike here.
And Ian.
Today, I promised a while ago that I would do a flip through of my mission inspiration art journals for 2020. That's when I discovered that I'd actually missed one, which was the October. I know, naughty boy. I'd missed October's version 1, which I've now done, and I've shown it and I've shared that. So hopefully you've seen October's version 1 now. So what I can do is this journal is now complete for 2020, as is my mid-month mini mission inspiration. Try saying that.
It's a mouthful, isn't it? After you've had a sherry.
or two.
Or three.
The mid-month mini mission inspiration tag journal is also complete. So we can do a flip through of all the pages for those. We'll try and do it. You know, it's not going to be like a long, in-depth explanation
I'll go to sleep
for each page, because that will be just far too boring. So we'll just have a quick flick through. I'll show you what I've done for each one. I'll show you the prompt cards. That was the inspiration behind each of the pages. And if there's any questions,
I shall ask intelligent and bright questions.
that'll be a first. So without further ado, let's turn over to my tummy or your tummy.
Your tummy.
It's my tummy.
I've just been making bread and my tummy's now full of bread.
Freshly baked bread. And no wonder my tummy's doing what it is doing. It's doing somersault. Right, where were we? Overhead camera time. My tummy's still rumbling.
Your tummy's still rumbling.
It's talking to me. It's saying go downstairs and have more freshly baked bread. Maybe later.
Yeah.
Right, so this is my half circle journal that I created and used for the mission inspiration main monthly challenges for 2020.
Right.
Do we get that?
Yes, we
okay.
do.
So this is what I created. I stitched all the pages in individually.
And then covered them with a nice bit of
Duct tape.
duct tape.
I know.
Why is it called duct tape? It don't quack.
No, it duct. D-U-C-T.
I'm sure it had a duck on the one I bought.
It was to tape up
Ducks.
ducting.
To tape up ducks to stop them quacking.
No.
All right.
No.
Okay.
Anyway, so I created this and covered it with Tim Holtzy paper. Why?
Because you can.
Because I had loads of it.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll start off with January 2020. So the theme for let me just change my eyes. Those are my looking eyes, not my reading eyes.
It's at the opticians after Christmas.
There we go. Yes, sir. Mother. Right, so January 2020, the theme was Animals of the World, set by me.
Yes.
Okay, because 2020 I shared the missions with Linda.
You did.
So we alternated between main missions and mini missions between us.
Yep.
Linda's now retired from card making and art journaling and mixed media. She's now
doing crochet.
Crocheting, yes, that's right.
And she's doing knitting as well, or just crochet?
Mostly crochet, but I think she's going to be doing a bit of knitting.
Oh.
But anyway. So the colour combo was clay, amber and sunset, so some nice warm colours.
Yeah.
And the words for inspiration were safari, jungle, explore, journey and wildlife. Animals of the world. So that was the inspiration card for January 2020. It's a year ago.
It is. Get a move on.
Can't believe it. And
I like that.
And this was my art journal page. So explore your wild side, journey to the unknown.
I like the dots around the edge. It seems to pull it all together, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, because you've got white with the chicken wire reversed stencil from Crafters Workshop, TCW.
Yeah.
That's the stenciling in the white. Because you've got white in the picture of the lion, and you've got white in the text with
box,
your slogan.
yeah.
Putting the white border kind of brings it all together. So it brings your background and your foreground together then.
Clever.
And then you've got your focals with your 2 or 3 lots of stenciling. So creating that visual triangle across the page. So you've got it there, there, and across here.
It's very unusual, a circular journal.
Yes. I first saw a circular journal used by somebody who created it by cutting an LP record in half.
Oh, sacrilege.
Yeah, and then put holes in it and then used book rings.
Yeah.
And they used the two halves of the record.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember the girl's name.
Do you remember the record?
No, I don't remember the record. But she went under the name of the Wonder Strumpet.
There's no answer to that, really, is there?
I know. Believe she's still out there doing stuff, but I think it's mostly done on Patreon that she does the stuff.
I was called a Wonder Strumpet years ago.
Yeah, well, let's not go into that.
Okay.
But it was years, and I mean, we're going back like 3-4 years, or maybe even 5 years. When I first did my circle journal, I did a full circle journal.
Yeah.
Not the half journal.
Yeah, got you.
But she did her pages in between, and then, and that's what she
cool.
did. So that's where the inspiration originally came from for the circle journal. Right. And I've done different sizes. I've done 12-inch circle journals. I've done 8-inch circle journals. This one is a half-fold 9-inch circle journal.
Okay. So that was January?
That was January.
Okay, let's do February.
So February, obviously, the season of love. So that was obviously Linda who come up with this one. So Love is in the Air. Colours were deep red, hot pink, and gold.
Well, they're quite sexy colours, aren't they?
Gold, yes. And your worms for inspiration in February were hearts, romance, roses, kisses, and together.
All right.
And there's a big tick next to the word romance.
So you didn't do that one?
I'm presuming that's what I've done for this page. So let's turn over and have a look.
Oh, it's cherubs. Cherubim.
There you go. Dirty cherubs.
Dirty cherubs.
Because they're all grungy.
Dirty cherubs.
Gold I've brought in as the border. Can you see? Got that nice shiny gold border.
What's the stencil at the back? Is it a stencil?
The hearts?
Yeah.
Grunge hearts. Yeah, I think it's either a Dina Wakley or a Diane Reevely. I can't remember.
Strikes me as it could be a Dina Wakley.
Yeah, I think it possibly is a... It might actually be a Diane. I don't know. I could find out, but it's in my folder behind me.
Yeah,
but
there's loads.
Anyway, obviously cherub images, royalty free, public domain.
Yeah.
But I also used...
I like the letter chips. They're nice.
Right, these are the Tim Holtz.
They're Timmy's.
They're Timmy's. Whatever's left of them. So I've gone through and I've picked out the word love and romance. Love and romance. Let's do the music.
And dance.
No, I'm not going to start singing.
No, dancing.
Yeah, so pinky background with a creamy kind of border going into the gold, and then we've got the slogan for the Heart Journal page. Done on the 1st of February.
Nice, that.
Yes, so I did it well before Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Pink and purples, not really my colours.
They're not, are they?
No, but you know.
We do what we do.
We do what we do when we need to.
So we're going into March next, are we?
March. So this one will be another one set by myself. So yes, mission controller for this month was me. So we had colour combo, sky, lemon and peach. And spring has sprung. And your worms for inspiration were birds, earth, fresh, bloom and life. And I've got a tick next to birds and fresh.
So presumably
I've incorporated those.
A couple of fresh birds.
A couple of fresh birds, yes. There you go.
Oh, that's nice.
Fresh.
So what are these? Are they napkins?
It's a napkin.
Flipping heck.
Yeah, it's a napkin that I have used to pair one of those water brushes.
Yeah.
And I've gone round the image on the napkin. I've separated the ply.
You've de-plied it.
I've de-plied it, so down to the single ply.
Yeah.
And then used the water brush to go around the image and then teased it apart. So all the fibres kind of fray and you get that really nice kind of diffused look.
As you can see, you can hardly see the edges.
Well, that's also because there's paint on there as well.
All right, sorry.
So that's what I've done for that one. I've gone around a couple of the flowers and also you can just see the edges.
There's a stencil there as well.
There is a stencil
Is it
there.
quatrefoil?
That is my arabesque.
Oh, sorry.
So there's actually 2 stencils there. So the yellow here is my arabesque stencil.
Yeah.
The Mike Deakin art stencil.
Yeah.
And this one here and this one here is the Florestrella.
That's a bit posh.
Yes.
What does Florestrella mean?
It means star flower.
Is that Italian?
Spanish.
Spanish. Oh, right.
So I think was it Spanish or Italian? Anyway.
Somewhere around there.
Somewhere warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And obviously you've got your birdies. And there's also a text script stamp done with either vintage photo or one of those.
That's a very old stamp you've used there, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, but there are some stamps in your collection that No matter how old they are and how rotten they get and how dry they are, you don't want to throw them
Well, it
away.
doesn't make any difference if it's distressed, does it?
No. So having a script stamp is like one of your...
Staples.
Yeah, it's one of those top 5 items that you must-haves.
The one I hate is my must go to. I really don't like the must go to as a phrase.
As a go-to.
A must go to.
Yeah, it's like an on-trend thing, isn't it?
Oh, don't say that.
We hate that phrase.
that phrase.
It's right on trend. Yeah, so one of my must-haves for art journaling
Yeah.
is a script stamp.
Yeah, it works well there.
It does. It does. So that was for March. And of course, the slogan, the fresh in the spring,
Yeah.
is stamped.
One of Timmy's, isn't it?
This is the worn text stamps, the alpha stamps from Tim Holtz.
I have the urge to colour those in, to make them solid, but they're not supposed to be.
No, they're not. They're supposed to be grungy, and hence the word worn.
Yes.
Yeah, so worn text stamps. They're a nice size, actually, and it's a good idea. Just a tip: if you flush with money for Christmas and you want to know what to buy, if you want an alphabet stamp set and you can afford it, buy 2.
Because you never have enough letters with one.
Exactly. So you get upper and lowercase.
Yeah.
But sometimes you need more than
2 E's.
Yeah.
More than one E.
So it's a good idea, if you can afford it, to get 2
sets.
sets of the same stamp set, so you've got enough letters to do your stamping in one go.
Clever.
I wished I'd known that because,
So
Anyway,
April next.
are we going into April?
I think so.
Okay, April.
Is it Lindy Lou?
Lindy Lou. And you shouldn't really say that because that's...
She hates being called that, but there's only me and her dad call her Lindy Lou, but Lindy Lou.
Right, so Linda's chosen colours for April were royal purple, postbox red and grass green.
Yeah.
Theme was music feeds the soul. And the words for inspiration is music, dance, song, melody and soul. And I've got a tick next to music and dance. So I'm presuming...
Let's face the music and dance.
Music is the strongest form of magic.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. So these were 2 images that I found on the internet
Yep.
of ballerinas, or male ballet dancers.
Are these stuck on, these circles?
They are stuck on. If you actually... No. I'm lying.
They're not stuck on?
No. It's... Do you know the stickers that I use for my envelope seals?
Yeah.
What's left behind when you've taken the circles off?
Oh, yeah. So the holes are where the stickers were when you get to me in the post from you.
Yeah. So it's music paper in the background.
Yeah.
And then it's what's left on the sticker sheet that I've put over the top.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So what I can feel actually is the hole, not the sticker.
Yes.
Yeah, got you.
So it's the reverse. So music sheet shows through the sticker sheet, which already had a pattern on it because I printed the pattern on the stickers. So when I send out stuff in the post, I always put a circular seal on the envelope to make sure that it doesn't flip up, and also it's like a tamper-proof thing, so you can tell whether anybody's had a go at it or not. And then I've just cut that in a circle and stuck it down. Yeah, and then I've gone around with
Uniball?
Signal Uniball, that's right, just to highlight it.
Look at me knowing products.
I know. And then obviously you've got your 2, your phrases.
Yeah.
Form of magic, it looks like they're both flying.
Yeah.
Obviously they're leaping, loads of leaping.
Yes, that could be me leaping there.
Yes.
With another 5 stone on.
Absolutely, don't look.
No, I'm not looking at the bits.
So, yeah, and then we've just got a whiteboard all the way around. But of course, bubble wrap.
Is that you've used bubble wrap to stamp?
Actual bubble wrap to stamp.
All right.
So, again, one of those top 5 must-haves is have some bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Because it creates a fantastic stamp.
Looks really effective.
It does, because it's when you actually put it down, the plastic kind of moves, and you never get the same kind of
cockles.
things. Yeah, wrinkles, cockles.
There's a real name, cockles. My mum used to say cockles.
It is now. Okay. It is now. So, yeah. So again, bubble wrap. Keep hold of some. You can always wash it and use it again.
Yeah.
You know, or just throw it away like I do after you've used it, because we've got so much bubble wrap in this house. It's unbelievable. We could sleep underneath it. We've got that much.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah. So that was for April.
So we're coming to May next.
So May.
So what have we got for May?
That's thrown you.
No, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Shall I tell you why?
Why?
Because I did May's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stuck it on.
And then I decided against it. And I changed it.
Oh, right.
Originally, it was going to be Flower Power.
Yeah. And you changed it to
Flights of Fantasy.
So the colours were earth,
Yes.
moss, and
Yes.
sea.
Yes.
The worms were gnome. Oh. Dragons, dream. I thought that said Elvis for a minute. Elves and rainbow. I think I need to go to the opticians.
Elvish Presley.
Elvis Presley. He's only small.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's see the page then.
And rainbow. Okay,
Rainbow.
so I used the word dragon
Oh.
for this page because it's Flights of Fantasy.
Yeah.
However, I did my drag on in a
Oh, I remember
different
this.
way. Yes. I did it sideways.
Yeah. Yeah. And you were contacted.
No, it was a relative of the I can't remember the name. The performer. It was a relative of the performer actually contacted me and said that it was absolutely fantastic and they loved it.
Yeah, get your drag on.
Absolutely. So, wings. These are actually an image of some wings that you can actually buy.
Oh, right.
To put over your shoulders. They're made of polypropylene, printed polypropylene.
Oh, well, that sounds good.
They're a costume. So I thought they were great. And you can get them in different colours.
Yeah.
But I love the image. So
Yeah, it's cool.
I whipped the image and then obviously used the image of said female impersonator with the crown. So get your drag on. So the background is just the three colours from Earth, Moss and Sea.
And they're just vignetted through.
Yeah, so the moss, the earth, and then the sea at the top for the sky. We just did it the other way around.
Cool.
And then that chicken wire reversed stencil again, with paint put through. But also I did some book text in the background just for a little bit of interest.
And the little crown's good with the book text.
Yeah, exactly. So get your drag on.
Like that.
Yes. It was a bit of fun.
Yes, it
I
was.
was feeling in one of those kind of whimsical moods when I did that.
Where are we going next? I forgot.
Okay, so that one was for May, wasn't it?
Yeah, so we're going to June.
June. So
Grunge it up.
Linda. So brown, burnt orange and patina green.
The worms are distressed, rustic, decaying, shabby and neglected.
Neglected. So grunge it up was for June. So not the sort of grungy, decaying.
That's nice. It's a nice image.
Yes.
I like the background. It's quite textural as well.
Well, when you rub your finger over it, it is. So again, this is an image of a geisha girl, not a real geisha girl. It's a
model.
It's a model done in a Japanese style.
Genius like truth has a shabby and neglected mien.
An idea.
An idea, yeah.
Yeah. Or a concept.
Yes.
All right. So what I've done is I've used obviously the geisha girl. I've used some Tim Holtz botanical die cuts from the ephemera set.
Yeah.
The little robin up there, some of the flowers, and the butterflies, which I had to recut out again because the die cutting was awful.
Some of it is sometimes.
It is.
Unfortunately.
So I know it's my biggest bugbear with the Tim Holtz ephemera. The die cutting is really badly done sometimes.
It's either very good or very bad.
Awful. Yeah. There's no quality control whatsoever. I do want to say shame on you, but never mind. But I used the colours and brought those in. So we've got those kind of lovely turquoisey, tealy. What was the colour combo in that anyway? I've forgotten already. Patina green.
Yeah. I think I went to school with her.
No, it was Teresa green.
Teresa Gray I went to school with.
So brown, burnt orange and patina green. Right?
Yeah.
So grunged up. So you've got your burnt orange in the background. You've got your patina green and the brown obviously is mixed.
It's working really well.
There's also some yellow ochre in the background there as well.
What's this? Is it a stencil?
Yes,
Looks
that
like
was
sunburst.
Yeah, it does. It's not actually, it's a fan shape. Hence the name for the stencil called Fandango.
Is it one of Timmy's?
It's one of mine.
Oh,
It's one of my designs. So again, have a look on the website. I've got loads of stencils on there. Some in stock, some currently out of stock because it's Christmas and New Year and everywhere is shut. Suppliers are having some time off. How dare they? And I can't get anything till at least the first week in January to restock again.
So we're going to July next, are we?
Yes, so July.
It's yours again. It's Under the Sea.
That wasn't mine. That was Linda's.
This is Linda's. I'm sorry. I apologise.
We can take it in turns. Okay, so Under the Sea,
Coral,
ocean and sand, wreck, reef, tails, I'm thinking of mermaids and fish,
Yeah.
and whales, fluking,
Yeah.
dive and treasure.
Treasure.
So under the sea.
But we don't know which one you've used, do we?
No, do you know? I can't remember what I did. I think I did coral.
Let's have a look. I think you did coral as well.
So it would have been reef.
Yeah. Hey.
Recognise the octopus?
I do.
I stole this one from Ian.
I did t-shirts with them.
Yes, you did. So, some days I'm a wreck,
Oh, nice one.
chasing my tail
Oh dear.
until I've had a coffee.
Yeah.
So I've brought in those words, wreck and tail.
Yeah. I like the glossy accents.
Yes. Yeah.
You've gone around it with a
just with a
ball.
well, not just with a barrow.
Right. That's
The
cool.
glossy accents for the bubbles.
That works well on there.
Yeah, I couldn't put any on the middle there.
Because you fill the book, it'll crack or stick together.
Yeah, absolutely. And the stencil for the coral
Yeah.
is the same one that I used for creating lightning,
Oh yes.
the lightning effect on the Halloween one.
Is it TCW?
No, it's, remember Terry Ross?
Terry going back years ago, yeah.
Ross Papercrafts
Papercraft.
here in the UK. Apparently he's still going, according to our good friend Laura.
Hi Laura.
Laura says he's still going.
Wow.
This one, though, this stencil, must be, I think I must have got it originally.
About 15 years ago.
I don't think it's probably for sale anymore. But I've had that stencil in my collection for
Forever.
so long. Yeah, we used to do papercraft shows a long, long time ago
Yeah.
in a place called Hortonley Spring,
Up north.
up north, where at the Nissan factory, the Nissan car factory, it was in their sports centre,
Yeah, it
wasn't
was
it?
a good show there.
The Sports and Recreation Centre there with Terry, which is where we first met Laura as well.
It is.
And yes, and I've had that stencil ever since. So you can tell it's one of those ones that when you get, you don't see very often. When you get it, you think,
Ooh.
it's a keeper.
Yes.
It really is a keeper. And like I said, it's really good for creating lightning effects as well, which I've done lots and lots of times. Obviously, the octopus image, which is an absolute corker to cut out.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bottom is just stippled with a piece of sponge to get that kind of sandy effect. And then the paint was just painterly waved across, because you can practically see the brush marks
You can. That's nice.
where
nice
I've done,
about it.
and then splattered with white paint in the background just to create that kind of
Bubbly.
the light reflecting off bubbles as they're going up. So yeah,
I like that.
but I thought rather than do something a bit traditionally under the sea with a shipwreck,
Yeah.
I'd use the words differently.
Yeah, great. It's a good idea.
So-
So we're August next, are we?
We're going, I'm getting to the latter part of the year now. So August.
It's, a bit, it's from Linda.
Yes, so Linda did Travel and Transport.
Colours are earth brown, sky,
Sky
blue, and daffodil yellow.
Yeah, right. So, little thing about Linda.
Yeah.
Two of Linda's favourite colour combinations are blue and brown.
Right.
Particularly when you're doing vintage, male orientated
Yes.
projects. So if you're making cards or scrapbook pages and that kind of stuff.
Blue and brown.
Blue and brown works really, really well. Because of the difference in variations that you can get with blue, you can go right the way from pale blue,
To deep blue, black
royal
almost.
blues, almost midnight blues, but also you can throw in teals and turquoises and that kind of colour in there as well to work well with the browns. It's
So,
a great colour combination.
now worms are flight,
Yep.
tracks,
Yep.
map,
Yep.
destination, and world.
Which I've also done in little tickets.
Little tickets, I like those.
I know.
Okay, sir.
And have you noticed the little travel logo?
Yes, I like that.
See the letters in the middle?
MDA.
I altered it just to make it look. Okay, so it was Travel and Transport, and I did
Ooh.
probably one of the busiest pages of the year. So in the background we've got book text, there's a gazetteer, so
Yeah.
a listing of places at the back of a gazetteer.
Yeah.
We've got maps in the background.
Is that a
die
die?
cut. It's a
It's like
die.
that. They're Timmy's out there, those.
Yeah, they're the Tim Holtz Sizzix Thinlets. That's the globe one.
That's nice. I like that.
He did do one which is a wider kind of globe one
Yeah.
after that. But this one is the one that's got like the brick pattern
Are they real stamps as well?
stamps.
As in postage stamps?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's,
Yeah.
see that?
Yeah, they're real stamps.
Yes.
Real postage stamps. I didn't have any postage stamps for a long, long time.
The lovely lady sent you some.
She sent me thousands.
They're great though.
Yeah, absolutely thousands. All different shapes and sizes and colours. So, we've got that little picture there, which is part of a Tim Holtz ephemera. The little document file tab is one from my
Download. Did you download it?
Tabbed, I think it's called. There's tickets and bits of ephemera in there, and of course a piece of the Robin is also from one of the Tim Holtz ephemera sets.
I like the photo that's stapled onto an old postcard.
Yes.
That's a really nice
Yeah,
touch.
stapled on before you stick it down.
Yeah.
So I can't remember whether this postcard one is one of Timmy's or whether it's one of the vintage postcards from my Digi collection. Can't remember.
Anyway, it's nice.
But one of the little images is from Tim Holtz ephemera. But yeah, I've stapled it too, put stamps underneath it. You've got a little bit of brick.
That is very busy.
It is very busy.
But very, very, very attractive.
I like it.
I do.
I did like it, and I didn't date and sign. I didn't sign and date this one, so I don't know when in the month I actually did it.
Oh, tummy's grumbling.
My
for
tummy's
more bread.
grumbling again. Okay,
so September.
Septembre.
Steampunk. Way.
Yeah, had to at least once. So the colours: navy, crimson, and sage.
Yeah.
Nice sagey
And the
green.
worms are gears.
Invention, clockwork, mesh, and patina.
Right. I look forward to this. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
No matter what our difference is, we can still mesh together. I like using the words in a different way.
It looks like Ned from next door.
It does look like Mr. Ned from next
Apart
door.
from the bow tie and the suit.
At the moment.
Yeah.
So, we've got some almost like torn magazine adverts stuck down and recoloured. So those are the three colours that we've got on there.
Yeah.
So 3 different colours. So the green, the crimson and the blue. Obviously, crimson bow tie, blue waistcoat and cravat for the cat. Doggy's also got almost like reddish eyes. But in the background...
So are these a die?
Yes. So this is a Tim Holtz Gadget Gears Biggs die.
Oh, the one
scissors.
I cut the chipboard with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the holes, the circles, if you
Yeah.
like, are just what I've punched out with circle punches.
Right, yeah.
But it's copper paper, which is why it's shiny.
Oh,
It's that like metallic paper, but it was made. It's copper colours, copper coloured, and then we've just got some book text. So, and I've put the word toleration, so
peace.
dictionary, and the word peace. No matter what our difference is, we can still mesh together. So, to get peace, you have to tolerate.
Yes. Love that. Love
That
that.
should have actually been acceptance, because tolerate just means that you're doing it grudgingly.
Yeah.
Acceptance is something completely different. I should have done that.
Okay.
And the reason I chose the imagery is because it's a cat and a dog.
Yes.
Different levels of difference.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I like that one. I like the colour combo as well. And of course, I love the...
The waistcoats and the outfits.
Well, I like these images of the... what's the word that when you... Anthropomorphise.
Yes. Yes.
There you go. So you humanise objects
Yes.
or animals.
Like Bentley.
That's a long
And what are we
word,
on
isn't it?
next? Is it October?
That was September's, I think, wasn't it? Wasn't it? He says. See, we're getting old. We can't even remember 2 minutes previously. Yeah, September. So this will be October version number 1.
Oh, did you do 2? Was one for Halloween?
Yes. So this is the one I did last.
Okay,
I
so
actually only did this a couple of days ago.
So we have red.
So red, yellow and orange. So we've got leaves, acorn, sunset, wind and rain. I had to do leaves because it's all autumn leaves. And that was the page.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Now, this is a haiku.
It's a poem with just so many lines.
Syllables.
Syllables.
By a lady called Mary Serenk.
Right.
However, Mary, if you're watching, I have to apologise.
Why?
Because when I stuck it back down again, I got the lines mixed up.
Oh dear.
It's supposed to be 5, 7 and 5 syllables.
Right.
So the gentle breezes blow should actually be above the colours hues of red and gold.
Colour hues of red and gold, gentle breezes blow, clogs that wet the earth. It's nice though.
5 syllables.
Yeah.
Gentle breezes blow.
Yeah.
7.
Coloured
Hues of red and gold. 7. Cloak the waiting earth.
Yeah.
5, 7, 5. I got those lines the wrong way around. And thank you for those that spotted it and pointed it out in the comments.
Smarty pantses.
Because I hadn't realised I'd done that until after I'd finished filming it and I was actually putting the book away once it had dried. And I thought,
Whoops.
whoops.
I like these.
But, yeah, I'll tell you what those are in a minute. But it still works as a slogan. Coloured hues are red and gold, gentle breezes blow, just makes you think that the leaves are on the tree, the breeze blows them, they fall to the earth.
Yes.
Still works.
Yes.
Right, background. Brush-up pigment powders made into my spritzers. Just happen to have one there. Done as a background.
Yeah.
And then separate pieces of paper spritzed with the pigment powders.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then die cut.
Oh, with the...
Just happen to still have them here, look, with the big tattered leaves dye. So we've got ordinary watercolour paper and craft paper.
What's the... Is this... These bobs, is it when you drop the water on it, it wicks?
Ghosting.
Yes.
Yeah, you drop water on, let it sit for a second on your background. Because your background is water reactive,
Yeah.
get a piece of kitchen roll and it lifts off and creates that kind of background.
Oh.
It's great, isn't it? I've also done it on the leaves as well, if you notice.
Yes.
But that's what gives them that real kind of luminosity. Almost look real. But I also did it to the leaves in the background as well.
Yeah.
And that is the Big's Dye Garden Greens.
Oh, yeah.
Tim Holtz Sizzix Garden Greens and the Tim Holtz Sizzix Tattered Leaves. Just done a couple of times, 3 times. So once on mixed media paper with the brushos on there and 2 pieces of craft paper. And I just die cut them all at the same time. I put them all together and just went through once on the big shot.
Perfect.
But I'm keeping those because they also make good stencils.
Yeah, they do.
For later use. But that was only done on the 20th of December.
Shameful.
Because I know it is shameful, because I completely forgot that I hadn't done version 1. So that brings us neatly on to
the Halloween version.
Halloween version 2. Obviously, October version 2. So version 1 was Linda.
Yeah.
Version 2 was me.
And what's your...
So your spell ingredients...
Yeah, blood
orange, ultraviolet...
Oh, like it.
Yeah. And slime green. And your worms... Actually, just say worms there, look.
In little bones.
In little bones, yes. Bones, poison, fright, midnight and witch. But your theme for Halloween, obviously, is things that go bump in there. Do you like the little ghosty
I do like
background?
the little ghosties.
It's cute, isn't it? And the bats.
Yeah.
And the little
like
spiders.
Scooby-Doo.
It is. Just like Whoopie-Doo.
Whoopie-Doo.
So, my page for October...
Oh, you stitched him, didn't you?
No. Well, yes and no. The bones here are proper stitched thread. So this is embroidery floss.
Yeah.
And his eyes are stitched as well. So to get that arm effect, the bone effect, it is actually stitched through. But it's black cardstock.
Yeah.
So I did my template that I did. This skull is a white piece of printed paper, cut out and stuck down. And obviously the bones are just paper.
And then you've done faux
then I've done faux stitching all the way around the outside of my pincushion doll, because that's exactly what it is. It's a pincushion.
Yeah, I remember that.
He's gone now, hasn't he?
Yes, we gave it to the children on trick or treat.
Yeah. Actually created a proper pincushion doll using exactly the same format, but gave it away to the local kids as part of
their
Halloween
goodie bag. They loved them.
Absolutely.
Who do
that voodoo?
Who do that voodoo?
That you do so well.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and again, just a background created. I think black card. Cut a circle out of black card. Or was it? No, it's painted. I'm lying. I actually painted the black first, and then it looks as I've brayered over the top.
Yes.
So I've used the brayer. He says making brayery kind of movements.
Yeah.
In the colours, which are the slime green, the blood orange, and just in the background, you can just see there's just hints of ultraviolet paint.
Ultraviolet. Yeah.
Just there. You see them?
Just
see it. Just hints of that purple showing through.
Excellent.
So that was also day 1 of my 7 days of Halloween for 2020.
So the next month we're going to is
November.
November.
Okay, so November, we're flying high.
Oh, we've got sky blue.
Yep, sky blue, cloudy grey, sunset salmon, and we've got soar, wings, fly, balloon, and feather.
Flying high.
Yeah, I do remember I didn't have a lot of time
Okay.
to do this page, so it was kind of basic.
Oh, it's nice though. The colours are nice. Is it a stencil?
It is. It's an indigo blue stencil.
Ah.
But I don't know whether they ever actually released it,
Right.
because I couldn't find it on the website.
Right.
But I think their website, when it goes out of stock, it
Disappears.
disappears. So I can't tell. And I haven't been able to speak to Alfie to find out whether it's one of the current ones that they still do. But what I did was, I laid the stencil down and I went through it with the coral paint.
Nice colours.
And then I went back over it again with the lighter colour, and then went back over again with the coral, just to get that kind of 3D effect.
The sky's lovely.
It was just...
It has movement.
In fact, did it? Or did I
White
use...
paint, isn't it?
I can't remember whether I used the pigment powders.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of runs in there. Do you know? I can't remember. I'm going to have to rewatch the video to find out. But anyway, blue background with whatever medium. It looks as though it's pigment powders. Can you see the way that it's all
But
kind of
I
mottled?
love the movement in the clouds.
Right. Well, that's just natural sponge.
Ah.
So a piece of natural sponge just pulled apart,
Yeah.
dipped into the white paint,
Yeah.
and then you just go
That looks like
around the page.
There's movement there. It's amazing.
Yeah, and then of course we've got the script stamp and black splatters,
Which ties it in with the round the black lettering and then round the bird.
and then I've just highlighted with black, if you can highlight with black.
That's
Outlined.
serious, why not? Outlined.
Outlined with black and just giving him a little bit of an eye. So yeah, but I liked it because it was simple. One layer,
Yeah.
really, apart from sticking your defying gravity.
Yes, I like that.
So 7th of November.
So then we're coming on to December.
Obviously the last one for 2020.
It's on the
Pages,
back.
the pages of
Is it there?
stuff. Is it on the other side? Oh, there you go. There we go. So the last one, instead of it being Christmas, because we don't try and stay away from doing
Yeah.
too much Christmassy thing, because obviously there are other religions out there that don't celebrate
Yeah.
Christmas. But as it pointed out later on, I think it was a while ago, the southern hemisphere
Yeah.
are actually in summer.
Yes, they are. It's their problem, isn't it? If they're sitting on the beach.
So you can't win for December.
No.
Seasonal for us in the northern hemisphere because it's winter.
Yeah.
But people in the southern hemisphere, like Australia and
Well,
places like
they
that.
could just do beach umbrellas with those stripes on it, couldn't they?
Yeah. So frosty blue, winter purple, and silver bells. The words for inspiration were trees, bells, frost, snow, and stars. I just had to get my Tim Holtz
Snowman.
snowman builder set out.
But you actually hate purple.
I do. I don't like purple. It's not my favourite
That's
colour.
come out very well.
But when doing this page, I channeled Bob
Bob
Ross.
Ross. I was going to say you've channeled Bob Ross there.
So the background,
Is it card and you've moved it up?
yeah, it's just tone card used as a mask to create that
yeah.
kind of mountainy, snowy, hilly background. Bob Ross style trees with a fan brush,
Yeah.
but all over the top of just a washed background to get that kind of
The
sunset.
snowman's lovely.
It's all white card.
How many pieces is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, the eyes are separate. The
neck.
band on there is separate. The holly is separate. The
There's a lot of work to do it.
carrot, yeah. But when I filmed it, I didn't film going through the entire process because it's so boring.
They'd have
watching.
gone to sleep.
They would have done. So I coloured each piece first.
Yeah.
Die cut it first, then I coloured it afterwards.
Yeah. That's nice, I like that.
With distress inks and that kind of stuff, and then I splattered obviously white paint over it just to get that kind of snowfall.
I like
kind of
that.
look.
The colours are nice.
For you,
For me, I like purple.
yeah. I could have maybe added a bit of iridescent into the background just to give it a little bit of a shine, but you know, hey ho.
I like that.
So yeah, Bob Ross inspired trees with
Yeah.
a little bit of
Good old Bob.
snow on them. Yeah, sadly missed.
Of course.
Do you know he was only our age when he died?
I know. Late 30s.
And of course, chilling with Miss Nomies.
I love it.
So, so that was the main mission inspirations for 2020. That's what I did. Okay, so shall we move on to the tags?
Yes, I shall pass you.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I love these.
Yes, the mid-month mini missions I decided to do as 4-inch by 8-inch tags.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go through these pretty quickly, actually.
Yeah.
I think. So
do you need this sheet or not?
we will need those so I can point out what the words for inspiration
Well, I shall read the words if you like.
Okay, so that's the acrylic cover that I used, and then I obviously decorated the front cover. Go on.
Are these the same size as the new tag journals you've
Yes.
got? Because they're what we're doing next year, aren't they?
Yeah. So those of you that have already ordered your tag journal set from the website, they're already winging their way around the world. So we managed to get them all out in the post, didn't we, before New Year?
But please be patient because the American Postal Service is a mess at the moment.
At the moment, yeah. But
Unfortunately.
they've already started going. Well, they have gone out. I haven't got a single one left now, so they're all gone. However, as soon as the company that do the laser cutting for me is back open again after New Year,
Get more in.
I've already got an order in for another 30 sets.
I love these.
So please be patient. They will have the tags out, and I'll try and get them back in the shop and over to you before first use, which will be January the 16th.
Right then. So.
Okay, so there's the cover. So this is January's mid-month tag.
And January's the letter was S.
Right,
the words.
hang on.
I was going to read it.
I know, but look, the letter S.
Letter S. I adore this. I love. Show how thick it is. Look. Chipboard shapes. These were from Happy Meal, weren't they?
They were.
These are stunning. I love these.
Inside those like little jars there's like nuts, bolts, keys, wind-up thing, and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, Tim Holt's ideology stuff. Yeah. The arrows, the spinners do work.
Nice use for the key escutcheon.
Yeah, at the top as well. And then obviously one of Timmy's little peeps.
Yep.
Coloured using Q-tip and water-based. No, actually it wasn't water-based. It was the Caran d'Ache India ink pens. What do they call them? I've forgotten what they call them.
Can't remember. Anyway, the words were static, street, song, salvage and shadow.
Obviously I went with the word salvaged, which is salvage.
Love it.
There you go. So that was my tag
for January.
And I've put a piece of Timmy's paper on the back because I like to put them on the back as well.
Yeah.
And there's the token for the S for the month. So, February.
February, the letter was P.
And the words were?
People, pilot, pair, poetry and progress.
Okay. I went with the word P for poetry. So this piece of poetry,
like that.
Yeah, it's one of the Tim Holtz sheets with all the numbers on, and I individually cut them all out to create a border.
You need to get out more.
So the poem was, I don't think you will ever fully understand how you've touched my life and made me who I am. I don't think you could ever know just how truly special you are, that even on the darkest nights you are my brightest star. You've allowed me to experience something very hard to find, unconditional love that exists in my body, soul and mind.
And that's probably written about Bentley.
Yeah. I just love that poem.
It's nice.
You know, it's the sort of poem that you hope somebody would read out to you at your funeral. If you know what I mean.
Oh, that's heartwarming.
It is, isn't
look
it?
who's come to see you.
Hello, talking about Mr. Bentley.
Hello, Bentley Booze.
Go and just rattle his collar so they know he's actually here. There you go. So that was for February.
Yep.
So P for poetry. And again, I couldn't resist.
I like that.
Because it's P for postal as well. Okay, so for March. Now then, March is when the UK went into full lockdown because of the coronavirus.
And our words, well, it's letter E, and it's emotion, elves, early, earth, and escape.
Yeah. So there's the E. Look how dirty it is on the front, on the back. Look.
Says a lot, doesn't it?
It does. So we'd already gone into full lockdown when this happened. It happened on the 23rd of March, didn't it?
It did.
And that's when it really kind of like gripped the UK. So I just had to do something that had that kind of virusy kind of vibe. The colours, obviously, just had to be that horrible kind of green, sickly green and pussy purple kind of colours to it. Escape from reality, evade the world.
Yes. Ooh.
Which is what we all were doing. We're all trying to avoid
Things.
getting too close to people. And even the hole reinforcer,
Yeah.
I did dotty.
Love it.
So, and the stencil is the particle stencil.
Yeah, it's only yours.
It's one of mine.
I love the feel of this one.
It's texture paste. It is actually...
very...
Yeah, don't scratch it too hard. You'll take the colour off.
Sorry. Ooh.
Naughty man.
Okay.
So that was for...
March.
That was March.
So
April.
April's is the letter was C.
Really?
Yes. It was for change, cats, cartwheel, copy, and creature.
Yeah, so change, cats, cartwheel, copy, and creature. So for that, obviously the letter is C. So I kind of thought, well, how about if I get a cat and change it to create...
I've just realised what it says.
Yeah.
Catalogue specimen.
Yeah.
Ah.
Felis ferrigata.
Feline fairy.
Yeah.
I love it.
So obviously we've got little fairy mushrooms. So the creature that I've changed him into, obviously, is a fairy cat.
Yeah, I love that.
So change the cat, creature.
Linda would love that. She likes kitties.
She does like cats, doesn't
yes.
she? Yeah.
Okay.
So it's got dragonfly wings, but also in the background there's like a woodland image that
That's
I
cool.
stole from the internet to use, personal use, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and some fungi. A bit like me and you.
Yeah, fungi.
A couple of fungi, yeah.
Okay, we're on to May next.
See? I always put the token on the back.
I love this one. This is for May, and the letter was R, and the words were river, rocket, rabbit, random, and rainbow.
You see, if you'd have done this one, you'd have done the rabbit and the rainbow, wouldn't you?
I'd have done a rabbit with a rainbow on him coming out of a rocket. Because I love rabbits. Well, you all know I love rabbits. But
absolutely.
This, I love this.
Yeah, so this is obviously a piece of American 50s Americana. It's an advert.
It's an advert, yeah.
I can't remember the name of the artist. Not Rockwell.
It's not Norman Rockwell.
But that kind of style, if you like. So the rocket is a separate piece. My imagination is my rocket fuel.
Oh, I love it.
Absolutely. So, but also the stencil in the background was one that you designed.
Is it?
Yes. This was your maze stencil.
Oh, yes, I like that one.
Yeah.
If you haven't got it, order it. It's brilliant.
It is. It's quite a difficult one to use because of the way the pattern is.
Yeah.
It actually moves.
Well, experts will know what to do, won't they?
Absolutely. So that was what I obviously I love that. I love the fact that there's a little butterfly inside his helmet. Look.
Yes.
I love it. I absolutely
I
just
love
loved the images. So you've got the rocket and you've got the planet. So yeah, had to do that one. So R for rocket. And little pocket watches in the background.
Have they got apples in the middle?
Could be.
Yes, they have.
It could be.
Yeah, they have.
I'm not sure what set it was from. Probably one of those Graphic 45, Alice in Wonderland kind of thingies.
Okay, the next one is June, and the letter is T.
Mm-hmm.
And the words are triangular, traffic, tower, totem, and title.
Right. Obviously gone for triangular.
Yes. Well, you were going to go for totem as far as I remember originally.
Originally,
then you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Yeah, I was trying to create like a totem pole out of
3 different images.
Yeah.
And it didn't.
I just couldn't do it. I couldn't make it work. So in the end, I went for triangular. So that's what I've done. But also, because it was the letter T, take time to think. So all the words that I put on the front
begin with T.
all begin with T. So all triangular shapes. It looks like shatters.
Also looks like tiles. You've got tile as the word there as well.
Yeah. So, but also I put the dots in as well just to give it a bit more variation. And then the colours.
Ombre.
No. From red to green. Traffic light.
Oh, clever boy.
T. T for traffic light colours.
S for smarty pants. Okay, so we're next on to July.
Sorry. T. There you go.
There we are. T.
And T for text.
Oh.
The background. I know, it just gets worse and worse and worse. There's a lot more goes into these than people think, you know. Okay,
the
so...
next is July, and the letter is A.
Are we only halfway through the year?
We are.
Good grief.
A for antelope, avian, arrival, airship, and apple.
Obviously, I went for avian.
You did.
So,
Nice sunbeam.
Tim Holt's Sizzix Thinlets Die birdies. When I got my set and opened it up, one of the wings was missing.
Oh, it was, yes.
So I had to do the same wing for both. Because it was, only one wing per bird.
Oh dear.
I know. So there's one. It says that there should be two, but in the set when it arrived, I just couldn't be bothered trying to contact Sizzix or Tim or whatever just to try and get anyone.
No bird soars too high if he soars with his own wings. Oh, very poetic.
Yes. Little butterfly. So in the background, there's a map.
Have we got a fan stamp there? A fan? Is it a fan stencil?
I'll come to that.
Oh, okay.
Right, because again, I've chosen a stencil which is appropriate to the page.
Oh, dear.
Right, so the background is a map, and I've dripped and drizzled brown paint, not paint or spritzer dye.
Yeah.
But I've done it left and right to create branches.
Oh, yeah.
So they're actually drizzles and drips that have gone down the page to create like a branch effect for the birds to stand on. So they're grounded on the page.
Yeah.
There's also some kind of ephemera in the background as well.
Yeah.
Obviously there's a butterfly in there.
Okay, so the
stencil is my plume stencil.
I was in plume of a bird.
Plumage.
Oh, clever.
Yeah. So it's not just random.
No.
Do think about these things. And obviously the colours I've chosen just went with the background as well, and the yellow of the little butterfly. I didn't go over it with any matte medium.
Is it one of the glossy ones?
Yeah, which I don't really like. I must have just forgotten to do it, but
it's quite nice. It gives a pop of...
Well, it does, but you can also see a bit of the glue underneath there as well, so that shines a little bit under there.
Okay.
But yes, so that was July for avian.
Yes.
And of course, I've got a similar sort of map on the back.
The next one is weird.
As to the front. The next one is weird, yes. So we're talking August next.
And the letter was K. And we had the word kite, knowledge, kangaroo, kaleidoscope and keyhole.
Okay, I went for kaleidoscope.
And keyhole.
And keyhole.
Whose face is it?
Okay, it's nobody's.
Is it a computer generated image that's put together what everybody thinks is attractive in a man?
That's exactly what it is.
A nice face, a tight bum and a big wallet.
Yeah, so scientists did a composite. They took, I think it was something like, they got people to point or choose, it was something like 50 male attractive faces that people found attractive. And they
extrapolated all the information.
They did a one composite of all those images, taking all the aspects of what people found attractive.
Yeah.
And created one face.
You know who it looks like?
Who?
The guy that plays the devil, what's he called? Lucifer.
Tom Ellis.
Tom Ellis.
Mm.
Looks like Tom Ellis.
Yeah, the actual image, when you look at him, it looks like everybody. You look at the main image and you think, I know somebody who looks like that. Well, he would.
Because he's based on everybody.
Because it's based on a composite. So what I did is I took that image and then I created a kind of kaleidoscope, left and right image of it, and cut them out into triangles. You can see they're actually stuck down individually. It's not just one image. So I created 8.
Yeah.
But did them so that they were exact opposites of each other.
Like opens out, yeah. Mirror images.
So that's a mirror image of that one, that's a mirror image of that one, that's a mirror image of that, that's a mirror image of that, they're all mirror image of... Yeah.
I like this. The eye.
Yeah. And then, of course, because it was...
Keyhole.
The triangles were kind of like...
I
wanted something in the middle to cover it up.
Love it.
So I put the keyhole in the middle and then put another eye on top.
So you got through the keyhole?
Sort of, yeah. But you're right, it was a weird one to do. Very, very weird.
Cool, that was August
But
then.
that was just me. Okay, so September.
September, the letter was J.
And what were the words?
Juicy.
Yes.
Jewel.
Yes.
Jealousy.
Yes.
Jester and jump.
There you go.
Oh, he moves.
He does move.
I like that.
Of course he moves.
Oh, he's cool. I wonder where all those had gone. I was looking for some for doing the journals.
The Brads?
Yeah.
There's a tin full of them
Yeah,
somewhere.
not that like.
So yeah, he does jump up and down.
He's clever. I like the background.
Yes, so the background is done with ink. So it's whatever the honey one is. I can't remember the name of it now.
Oh, yeah.
The honey Tim Holtz distress one. Can't remember what it's called now. Spiced honey or
Spiced honey.
something like that. It probably isn't. Not fossil. Yeah.
Spiced honey it is.
Or was it fossilised amber?
No, it's honey because I used the one for when I did the bee journal.
Yeah. Anyway, it's the honey one.
Hello, Bentley.
And then with Reading. Ooh, Mr. Bentley.
Careful,
Just
Bentley.
banged his head. Yeah, and then the stencil image is Carnival number 1.
It's one of your stencils.
It is one of my stencils, yes.
Is that washi tape on the outside?
It is washi tape.
That works well. I like this.
And I chose that because of the colours,
This is such a good idea.
because it matches with our Harley Quinn character.
Lovely.
Yes.
Okay, so that was September.
Yes, so he's waving, look. Hi! So what we've got on the back of this one, obviously we'll have J for Jester. Oh, got bingo.
Somebody's found Teddy.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so the next one is October.
Alright, so what we got for this one?
I think it's October. Queen, the letter is Q. Queen, question, quantity, quarters, and quiz. When will this madness end?
Question.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Another COVID one.
sort of. It's actually a sunburst.
What is this?
It's a foam stamp.
Was it a Happy Mail stamp?
No, I bought this myself. Art Foamies
All right.
is the name of the company.
Do you get it on the interweb net or from Diane's?
I got it from. I got it from a little craft shop in Holmfirth.
Oh, yes. Yes, I remember. When you took them shopping.
I did. I took Mum shopping to Holmfirth, which is the small town where Last of the Summer Wine is filmed.
It is.
So if you're a big fan of Last of the Summer Wine,
It's Holmfirth.
Holmfirth is where it's filmed, and this I bought that from the craft shop there, the Multicraft Cabin.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yes.
It was the lady that used to run the craft shop in the garden centre in Wakefield.
She's nice.
Yeah. So that was it. So it's an Art Foamy stamp. I did it in red and I did it in yellow in the background. It's a braid background again with blue and white, a little bit of orange in the background, stamped over the top. It does look a little bit COVID-y, I suppose.
Does. Spiky, yeah.
Bit spiky. And then the question being on everybody's lips at that point, when will this madness end?
Yes.
And it's what now? December, and it still hasn't.
Well, it won't for a while.
So again, back Q, and we've got
That paper's nice.
yeah. It's K&Co.
Looks like Kenko.
Yeah,
I used to like their stuff.
Yeah,
Okay, so the next one is November.
November.
And the letter is N. And the the words are negative, numbers, nostalgia, nugget, and believe it or not, nautical.
what can I say?
Glossy accents again.
It is, but I've
You
mixed
coloured it.
I've coloured the glossy accents with a little bit of.
My elbow's getting washed.
Oh, it's Mr. Bentley licking your
Bentley
elbow.
say it.
Yeah, I coloured the
really
glossy accents with a little bit of alcoholing.
Oh, that worked well. These in the background.
It's a stencil.
But how have you done it? Is it,
What do you mean? How have I done it?
are the holes that sort of shape?
Yes. Dotty wave.
One of yours?
Yes.
And have you used a sponge through them?
Yes.
And hence it gives you that diffused look.
Yes. And obviously, a really cute whale.
Looks like a Disney whale, doesn't it?
It does look like a Disney whale, doesn't it?
Into the sea,
But it has
you and me.
got a shiny eye. And if you look really careful, you can see my fingerprint in it. Because I put my finger on it before it was dry.
Best never ever to get murdered then for such a juice, that's reference. Right, the next is December.
Hang on, let me show the back.
Oh, sorry, I apologise.
Just a plain kind of scrabbly back, which I've sanded because it's that Tim Holtz coordinations. I've sanded just to give it a bit of texture.
I like that stuff.
Yeah, it's nice.
Right,
December
is B, letter B, and the words are balloon, a butterfly, a bottle, borders, and bright, and I adore that image.
Yeah.
That's so Victorian.
It is. Now then, so a couple of things on this one. Okay, so we went for balloon
Yeah.
and the word bright.
Yeah,
So merry and bright,
yeah.
so the word bright, and obviously the word balloon. The actual, I didn't cut the strings.
Have you printed it out with
It
behind?
came with like the sky image behind the strings. I just matched it up with
Oh.
a separate sky image. But look at the little doggy. Can you see the little doggy?
That could be Bentley. couldn't
It's
it?
a really cute doggy. And obviously you've got Santa. Bright blue sky,
Yeah.
okay. there's a bright blue sky in the image.
Yeah.
So why the heck is she holding a lantern? It's daylight, girl.
She's got cataracts, bless her, she's Victorian.
I know. Weird.
She's probably an urchin from somewhere in the East End.
So we've got a little bit of like torn text in the background there, or torn paper in the background. Obviously, Santa's delivering airmail, special delivery.
Yeah.
I did the airmail and the special delivery myself.
I like those.
On the computator, but changed them to green rather than red.
And he's very possibly flying over people's borders.
Quite possibly moving from tier to tier.
From tier 1 to tier 2, yes.
Yeah, with no regard whatsoever. But I suppose social distance.
Distancing doesn't get much further apart,
Absolutely.
does it?
And then obviously you've got your balloon, which I put a little velvet.
Is that real velvet?
It is.
That's cute.
Yeah, a little velvet bow on there and a couple of stars.
Nice.
Just because.
I like that one.
And that was December, so that was balloon and bright.
And the background again is one of Timmy's.
It is, but it's the Halloween one from the abandoned set.
But that works well there.
It does. It does. So there we go. That is my 12 tags of 2020.
Oh, nice, I like those.
So there we go. That's complete. So like Ian said, I will be doing the same thing again next year using one of these tag kits to do it. Currently sold out. Thank you very much to all those that have ordered one or multiple, because quite a few of you have ordered multiples of these things. There's one lady bought 3, I think. So they will be back in stock after the new year. I know I've had a couple of emails from people saying, when I get them back in, can I put 2 to one side or can I put 1 to one side for you? I have started taking people's names, but if it gets to the stage where I'm getting them in and people aren't replying,
they'll go out and
I'm going to have to let them go.
Yeah.
So as soon as I can't be holding on to stock and people aren't replying to my emails.
No, you can't.
It's already happened once.
Yes.
Where I was hanging on to stock because somebody had asked me to hold on to one for them. I emailed them to say I got it.
And they didn't get back to you.
And they didn't get back to me. So, for whatever reason, that just leaves me with sitting on stock. I can't do that. I can't afford to do that.
So those are for the mid-month mini missions for 2021?
Yes.
What are you doing for the main mission then?
So last year I did the circle journal.
Oh, this is what this is?
Right, so last year I did the circle journal. This year I decided, or for 2021, I decided to change the shape. So instead of having a circle...
It looks like a sandwich.
I've gone for a triangle. But when you open it up, obviously, it's square. So this is a 7-inch, 7 by 7. But the good thing about this one is you can do it that way, that way, that way.
No matter where your image wants to break, you can turn it around.
So I said I was going to do a triangle one. I've created my triangle journal for 2021. Even though it's only 7-inch and that's 9-inch, it's actually bigger.
Yeah, it's the way.
It's just the way the triangle shape, the diameter.
Have you done a video making this or not?
I haven't done one, but what I will do is I will go through and show the different steps that I did to create it.
Right.
It took too long because you've got to wait for all the glue on the spine to dry.
Yeah.
It would take too long to actually show a video on how to create it. But what I will do is I will do a step-by-step, as in, right, get your paper, this is what you need to do, glue it together this way, without actually having to make one. And it's actually started to, I've not glued it down properly. I used a glue stick.
That was a mistake.
Put those, yeah, it was. I should have used Elmer's glue.
Oh, that sticky sheet we have.
Yeah. But I will go back through it. Oh, there's a bug on there already. But yes, so there is my triangle 7-inch art journal that I'm going to be doing for the main missions for next year. I just love the way you can do it.
I do. It's almost magical.
Or even do it that way.
Yeah. Cool.
Love it. So that's it for... I'll tell you what, let's just turn over back to the main camera again. Okay, back to the main camera again. So,
hang on.
Right, so just quickly, it's New Year's Eve. It's December the 31st, so tomorrow is January the 1st.
Yeah.
So whatever you're doing tonight, please do it safely. Just remember to stay safe, wash your hands, wear gloves, wear face masks, or whatever it is that you're doing. Just please stay safe, because we want to see you again in 2021.
Yes, we do.
And I know the world is a very strange and very scary place at the moment, so please look after yourself, stay safe, but have a fabulous, fabulous new year. and we'll see you again next year.
Bentley would say goodbye, but he's actually asleep on the carpet behind us. As usual.
I might join him in a second. That's all from us. We'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye for now. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. Thank you.